hack customization has been expanded from thick male and female custom characters, the opposite is now true as we have new gameplay on slim male margins as well. New outfits, new accessory customization, and even unique new race customization all are recently revealed in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3's official public demo. Hello everyone, it's me again, Steve Doja here, and we have a whole bunch of new information pertaining to custom characters of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, from new gameplay and open world exploration, and even by seeing NPCs with these new customization features on them. All of the new gameplay showcases here I got from the homie Eric, or as most of you know him, the Modding Corner, a big content creator who's extremely reliable on all things Dragon Ball, and even a pro at messing with Xenoverse 2's files, so you know he captured everything new to see. In fact, he even got some more gameplay on Super Saiyan 3 from Xenoverse 3 on his channel, so again, link in the description. But without further ado, let's get into this. Now, the first major customization I want to talk about that we see here is the body customization, because even though new hairstyles mean that we'll obviously get many different forms of Super Saiyan, which I think is very hype that everyone's Super Saiyans are going to look different, the body customization is the most important part for me, because this is what determines how different everyone's custom characters are going to look. The fact that we have big body male characters and female characters is absolutely ridiculous, because we've never had this customization before in Xenoverse 1 or 2. The closest you could get to having a big body character in the Xenoverse games was literally just, oh, I'm playing a margin race, right? A male margin race specifically. And I think the reason why this has changed, obviously, is because just like the same way we have skinny margins now, is the same way we can have thicker, you know, humans, Saiyans, maybe even Namekians. I doubt we'll get them for Freezers, because Freezers, we've only ever seen them look one way. But it's very interesting to see that the body customization actually does go this far, because this does mean that outfits have to change as well to compensate how different they might look on certain builds, you know what I mean? And I think that's just super interesting in general, that we'll get different like styles of clothing to match different character physiques, proportions, looks, hairstyles as well. All of these things, I want to remind you guys, all of these things get double enhanced if you're stacking like an Awoken skill like Super Saiyan on top of it. Hell, when we finally get to see how Beast looks for Cax, because it's going to have the big spiky hair that's what it has in Xenoverse for both Earthlings and Saiyans. When we finally get to see Beast for Cax, it's going to look ridiculous to have a super thick lady in Beast wearing like the most ridiculous like outfit you could think of in the Xenoverse series. And speaking of outfits, look, we have actually many kinds of unique outfits in the game, and I'm very glad to see that, because Xenoverse has kind of stepped away from casual clothing, but it's really nice to see casual clothing actually make a return, because some people just want to dress simple. Even in some parallel quests, there are admittedly times where I just put my character in a really basic looking outfit, because not every time do I need to always be fitted for combat. A good example is seeing like Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta even wear casual clothing every now and then is nice. You know, Vegeta's iconic Batman shirt, as well as Piccolo and Goku's driving license clothes. That's a, you know, very popular staple when it comes to Dragon Ball overall, seeing the character sometimes just change outfits. Bulma's one of the biggest examples of a character who will just dress any way she feels like, so it's actually really nice to see that characters can even get stuff as simple as sundresses, regular like clothing. Even John 1000, the starting character for male Saiyans, has a very simple nice hoodie combination that we don't actually have in Xenoverse 2 at all. They've never even added a hoodie that's zipped up in the whole game like that. And another thing about character outfits that's really important in this game is that, remember, we're going to have thick characters, but in Xenoverse 3 we might also potentially have child characters as an available body type, or at least the smallest body type available. They know there's obviously a lot of people who want to make, you know, kid versions of their CACs, or teen versions of their CACs, or maybe their CAC is just a smaller person. Not everyone needs to be Son Goku or Piccolo height, right? And that makes sense, because there are smaller bodied versions of CACs that we do get to see in the demo exploration footage, so that's probably a really, really cool point when it comes to character outfits, especially because we know even in Xenoverse 2 some outfits actually look different depending on your body type or other things that you apply to your character. One of the best examples of this is Future Trunks' clothes, specifically the Goku Black Arc version of Future Trunks, where if you have the upper body for those clothes and you also have the sword accessory from the same arc, then it actually changes how the main outfit looks overall, because it combines the accessory with the top, and I think that's really, really cool. Another really cool thing we can actually see is hairstyles. Now, they actually are getting crazy with their hairstyles, as well as being more inspired with new original hairstyles. And it's not even just for like Earthlings and Saiyans. By the way, it's for other races too. Like even when it comes to the antenna on margins, or the head things on Freezers and Namekians, they actually are getting a little bit more inspired of it. And that's cool, because obviously there's no more newer material to pull from. So the devs are like, oh, screw it, we'll make some new stuff up. But specifically for Saiyans and Earthlings, since they are the same race, they are being more bold with their hairstyles, because they know, oh, the Super Saiyan hair actually spikes up this time. time, so we don't have to make like just a bunch of random spiky hairs because we're worried that it's not going to spike up for, you know, CACs. But this time they can actually go, you know what, yeah, we'll have newer unique hairstyles for these races because they're actually going to spike up proper when they're in Super Saiyan. And obviously it's actually nice to see this inspiration being taken place because first of all, in Breakers they had to make a bunch of hairstyles that were head down suddenly spike up, but in Xenoverse 3 they know every hair is going to spike up, so they're forcing less spiky hair. And I think that's actually cool because for the most part you guys would know it's very popular for male Saiyan cats in Xenoverse to all just have basically the same 5 spiky hairstyles, because if they don't, their Super Saiyans are going to look awkward. But now anyone can just pick any hairstyle because their Super Saiyans are going to look different, and I think that's unbelievably cool. It's stuff like that that creates more variety between CACs and makes people's characters stand out even more. It's going to make character designs in Xenoverse 3 stand out even more than they do in Xenoverse 2, because Xenoverse 2, again, you can make some pretty cool looking characters, right? But Xenoverse 3 is going to push it even further beyond. We're going to start seeing that really crazy character customization where 2 people's characters aren't even going to look the same. You're going to be in a lobby and no one's character is going to look the same, with the body type changes, the hair changes, the outfit customization too, especially when you take Festival of Universes into account, making colorable clothing for all outfits. If Xenoverse 3 even has a drop of that technology, we'll be looking at some really, really unique outfit design, especially if it has the Breakers accessory loadouts. I keep forgetting that Dragon Ball the Breakers added way more accessory loadouts, and we haven't really got to see that yet in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. We could see some characters with watches and stuff like that, but we have no idea if that's going to take up a whole singular accessory slot or if there's multiple accessory slots made for stuff like that. So again, all the big hats we see, the watches, all the different apparel we see characters wearing, I can't wait to see if those are tied to accessory slots or if it's made as part of a character's outfit, because we know in Xenoverse 2 some outfits can bear some other accessories in them naturally. Now, I know some people have complaints of, oh, Steed, we don't get to see all the races in the demo showcase. People are running around and we didn't see glins or androids or anything. And I want to address one of these things really quick. Again, I said this before. Androids do not look different from people. You would literally not be able to tell unless if you were in a race select. The same thing happened with the Super Dragon Ball Heroes game, where androids just look like Saiyans and Earthlings. They do not look any different. You wouldn't be able to tell. And as for glins, I will say that you don't see any weird looking glins or Supreme Kais or demon races, and the only excuse I can give for that is the same way how we don't have gameplays of Margins, Freezers, Namekians, etc. Those races just aren't done, and especially if it's a newer race, one that they've never shown before, it's going to be the least done by far. So again, I want to remind you guys, the same way how they didn't show Freezers or Margins is the same way they didn't show any glins basically. Even with the Freezer and Margin gameplay we see during the gameplay showcase section, the Freezer just has Freezer's moveset. It doesn't even have its own moveset, and the Margin also has Margin Boo's moveset, so most likely they are just not done with the race-specific movesets for these characters and the idle animations and all these other extra gimmicks. And the same is going to apply to the glins, except even more, because that's a new race entirely. You have to make that from scratch. And speaking of new races, when we see the male margin customization, we can actually see that, again, male margins do have a skinnier version of themselves. Now, I'm not going to say that this is a complete revamp. We know that fat male margins still exist, so it's not that they revamped male margins overall. It's just that they have more customization options. Just like how Earthlings and humans can be thicker, right? Margins also have their choice to be slimmer if they want to. And this raises a very interesting point that I want to bring up, because before, with margins, the only thing we had was a pure form Awoken skill as their unique Awoken skill. I'm wondering if they're finally going to dabble with having a super form Awoken skill, like a Super Boo. Maybe they'll have an evil form Awoken skill. Maybe they'll finally do the absorption thing that so many people wanted. Absorption being a timed transformation mechanic, I think most people would say is pretty balanced, because the main issue that people had with an absorption skill is that, one, it would cosmetically change your character too much, but that's not an issue anymore, because Saiyan hair spikes up now, and that it would be too broken, or it might be, you know, not strong enough because it would just be copying a different moveset. But if everything's timed now, and these timed transformations are way stronger than they've ever been, a good example is that Super Saiyan now nearly full heals you in Xenoverse 3, making it way stronger than it's ever been in Xenoverse 2. Super Saiyan right now, level 199, is not going to be anywhere near as strong as a near full heal plus stat increase that the Super Saiyan in Xenoverse 3 is giving. So with margin Awoken skills in general as well now, the chance that like a transformation or an absorption skill could be massively buffed it's right there, and we can see its potential, because that's how transformations work in Xenoverse 3. And I think that is a solid place to end the video, lads. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is looking very amazing, especially from a customization standpoint. When it comes to gameplay and other features though, like the story and even more customization stuff, we do still have to wait. I do want to remind you guys that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 does release next year, and we only just passed the halfway point of this year. So there are still several months of development to go before the game actually officially releases, meaning that there's plenty of time for things to be touched up, for things to be added, for things to be adjusted, because I know a lot of you guys do not like the transformation timers. Although I will say, as a Xenoverse 2 player, I don't want to fight someone who's perma-transformed in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved while they're lagging. That is terrifying, okay? So without further ado, I think I'm going to end the video here. Guys, don't forget to check out the Modern Corner of the homie Eric, because he is going to be visiting, I assume, a lot of the other conventions as well, since he is such a big Dragon Ball fan. So there's a chance that even more Xenoverse 3 gameplay can be revealed, and newer stuff can be revealed as well. So again, don't forget to check him out, link in the description, and don't forget to subscribe to his channel as well as mine, as that is going to be a sort of place to end the video. Don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next, fellas, or if you noticed anything interesting. And I think that's a good place to end it. Again, I do love you all. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time, fellas. Take care, and peace. Bye bye.